Okay, Rohan Patel, comic book movie. Hi, Dennis. How are
Hey,
you?
pretty good, Ron. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm a huge fan. I love 24. I loved seeing you on Brooklyn Nine-Nine a couple years ago, so this is real
Oh,
surreal.
bless you.
So I just wanted to ask, like, what initially like brought you to this? Because you're such a talented actress. Like, what was it like? What was it about this script that really caught your interest?
Well, it was the story, the script, and that it was a lot like a Twilight Zone
Yeah,
episode. Just didn't you saw all these characters and all of them had their flaws and strengths, and it was going to be interesting to see how all that played out.
awesome. And yeah, so since there's like a lot of distrust amongst these characters initially, did you all as a cast like attempt to build? 'Cause I knew you guys were in New Zealand, but like, did you guys try to build any chemistry beforehand, or did you want to
Oh,
come on
we
set?
had we had chemistry to spare. We hung out all the time. The thing about these intense movies is that your cast comes together really quick and really solidifies. And we had a great deal of fun together. And even working in this kind of environment was incredibly fun. And we gave each other 150%, whether we were on camera or off camera, which is also rare, because everybody wants them to cut to them. But you knew for this kind of movie to work, everybody had to have their due, and we worked it out, and we worked it. It was a lot of fun.
Awesome. Yeah, it came out really nice. So like I mean we're sorry about the spoilers, but I think Sandy's fate is ultimately written by her choices. But like, was there a scenario because your character meets an abrupt end? So like, was there a discussion about like maybe he survives, or was that like
Whoa,
kind of
whoa,
finite?
whoa, whoa, whoa! We've got too many spoilers out here, man.
I'll put in a warning out.
you know, um, I don't know how deeply I can go into that, except to say that it was very powerful uh, what we went through, and very emotional. Dale Dickey is an incredible actress, and I had to work my butt off, to keep up with her because she was bringing it, day in and day out. And I like to believe I was bringing it day in and day out, as was the rest of the cast. And oh man, you got them. Just
No, I
your
got you.
viewers that they just you just have to trust you and
Yeah.
trust me and strap in tight.
Yeah, absolutely. And then like you're saying with Dale, like you guys have, because your characters already know each other, so like there's a lot of chemistry between you guys. Was that like pretty instant? Because you guys, like you said, she's bringing it, you're bringing it, so it's like just this. You guys just immediately clicked on set almost.
It clicked immediately. This is the first time we had met each other.
Hmm.
So we had a couple of sessions with the director, um, finding out, looking, just actually checking out the parameters of the relationship. I mean, we had it from day one. We trusted each other. I mean, we've both been around long enough that we knew that we had to come at this in tandem and and to ignore the pitfalls and enjoy the highs.
Hmm.
And it's just it was a great chess match, or tennis, if you will,
Yeah.
that we got to play. We just want to keep the volley going.
Awesome. Yeah. No. And then so like the set, I didn't realize it was actually a set. I thought you guys were on location somewhere, but did it almost comes across as a play? So like, did it feel like sometimes where you guys had to like know everywhere to step to kind of make everything work? Because by the end of the movie, like every single corner of that cabin. So like,
All
how
right.
was that as a performer? Just like, did it feel like a play or almost?
Well, it was like a play because everything that happened in that visitor center was shot in sequence.
Okay.
So we got to feel everything sort of ebb and flow and rise and germinate and whatever adjective you want to use, and to get to that crescendo. And it was beautiful to watch and beautiful to be a part of, because every day you left work, you knew you were going to pick up right at the same spot the next day and then carry it through to the next day. And it was just great in that way.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I really liked that part of it. And so like you guys are working in New Zealand in the midst of this pandemic. And so like, what was that experience like being in a different country where I think the restrictions were, I don't think there was a lot of cases over there when you guys were filming.
There weren't any cases. There was one case in the entire country. And then it started to grow a little bit. But for the most part, we walked around free as birds. It was like it was back to normal for us, except for the 14 days of quarantine that we had to endure, which was fine for me because I isolate really well. So I had my books, I had my movies, I had the script. And so I got a lot of work done, a lot of preparation done in that quarantine time.
Yeah, no, I bet the script's a real page turner. So like I mentioned, like I was a huge fan of seeing you on something like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, where you are subverting because everyone like sees you and you're like this veteran, I think a chief or a friend of Captain Holt. So like, and then you just like turn on your head. I don't think that's a spoiler at this point, but so like, are comedy something that you like find more challenging, or is it something like a thriller more challenging, or like what kind of genres do you like, or is it just about the role?
It's just about the role, and it doesn't matter the genre. I like different genres. I like placing myself in that's the beauty of being an actor, man. You get to play, and I'm just a big kid, man, on a playground, and I like all the playgrounds I get to play on. And in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you bring that up. That was such a great place to play, and everybody was on that. And that cast was really a delight. And so it helps when you're comfortable.
Awesome. Yeah, and so like I know your character died at 24, but it's like, were there any ever talks about like making a cameo down the line and like the rest of the seasons? Or because I remember seeing you and I saw Love and Basketball as well, and I was like, no, that's not Preston Palmer, but it's a lot of fun just watching you work. But were there any talks of ever like coming back to 24 or down the line?
No, I mean, once I was dead, I was dead. I tried as much as I could, as hard as I could, to have them not do that. But they did it, and they got their Emmy out of it, and so I guess the ends justify the means.
No, it broke my heart back in high school. I still remember it. So like I just had to ask because we're comic. So I was like, have you ever been approached about like a role in like one of these big superhero movies, or is that something that would interest you?
I'm glad. From your mouth to God's ears, man. One of these days that's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I can't wait. I think I would fit very well in that genre.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait to see it. But thank you so much, Dennis. I really appreciate it. This has been awesome.
My pleasure, Rohan.